Well, we are knee deep into our weekly series of blind tasting bourbons, Trenton. This is a bar top full of exceptional bourbon.
What price are we in anymore? I don't even know. I've lost track. We've done so many of these so far.
I know we have. We're now into the $50 to $60 category.
Ooh, there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. We've asked our patrons, of course, as usual, to vote on our 10 favorite to give us the top 5, and that's what we're going to be blind tasting, is the top 5 bourbons between $50 and $60. You want to hear the list?
Yes.
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
This is gonna be madness, man. Top of the list, and this probably doesn't surprise you, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Trenton, 307 votes.
Is that the most votes?
Yes, but followed very closely behind is Old Forester 1920 with 299. Okay. So they're pretty close. Then we have a little bit of a drop off. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof with 212 votes. Old Forester 1910 with 178 votes. 1792 Full Proof, 151 votes.
I'm glad that I put that one in there. I was secretly hoping that it would make it into the blind because it's such it's like a diamond in the rough, you know. I feel like a lot of people just kind of pass up on it, but it's gotten a little bit more difficult to find, but still, like, you don't see that mentioned in a whole lot of places.
No, you don't.
What'll be interesting is we have 2 Old Foresters in this one.
And you know, some folks asked too, did you notice that in the comments? And in our area, and we can only go by the pricing in our area, and that's just all we can do. But the 1920 is in the higher price bracket of the $50 to $60, like $58, $59. And the 1910 is like 52, 53, or 54, somewhere in there. That's where it's at. So that's where they both landed. The only one, Trenton, that I'm a little disappointed didn't make it, John J. Bowman, the Single Barrel.
I know. That got a lot less votes than I thought it was going to.
It got a lot less votes. It was 6, though. It did come in 6, so it's right after this one, but it's a ways off from the leaders here. So unfortunately, that one didn't make it in.
I was also hoping the Clyde Mays was going to make it in.
I'm telling you, some of you folks, boy, I tell you what, we put some sleepers in there, and that Clyde Mays Special Reserve, the 5-year. The 6 years over $60 now, but the 5-year when I got it is between that 50 and 60. That's a humdinger right there. That would have been some good competition.
Maybe the
but you can only pick 5.
Next one, yeah.
I mean, with what we have on here, I mean, this is going to be, it's going to be crazy, Trent. This is going to be madness.
I'm scared.
I am too, actually.
A through E, we got A on the right, E on the left. Let's just get started.
Let's do it. Let's go with it. I mean, it's not going to get any easier looking at it, right?
No, well.
No, sir.
I feel like you and me kind of procrastinate sometimes when we don't want to do something. We're looking at it like, ooh, this is
If we do that, it's because we're a little nervous, right? A little nervous to get started. Man.
I mean, come on.
I mean, really. I was just about ready to say, well, this is a great way to start off, but which one wouldn't be a good one to start with?
So I feel like the ones that or that our patrons have picked, the ones that we've put in the poll, there's not one that they've chosen that wasn't good. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it gets more difficult because like when you're talking about $20 bourbons and stuff, there's really only so many options when it comes to that.
Sure.
But when you get $50, $60, like we could have put 30 different things on the list.
Oh yeah.
And so many of the I don't think anything we would have put on the list would have been terrible. Mm-hmm. But when you get this price bracket, I mean, you're just...
Nothing wrong there.
Oh, well.
She's a bit zippy.
Yes.
It's a bit zippy. I will say, though, everything should be a little bit higher proof other than 1910, the Old Forester 1910.
Yeah.
But that one's got some pop to it, and that's my first sip of the day, though. I will say that. You know, might take a sip or two to get my palate adjusted.
It was a little bitter on the end, but past that, there wasn't... I'll be honest, and this is my first pour of the day, too, I think. It was good, but there really wasn't anything, like, coming out very distinct. Like, you couldn't label a distinct flavor, I don't think. It was just sweet. It's
sweet, brown sugar, I think. Nothing deep, no molasses, a little bit of baking spice. Definitely some brown sugar there for me. You're right, maybe a tiny bit bitter for that oak on the back end. I thought it's got some nice barrel notes in there for me.
Okay, yeah, good way to start.
Oh, no doubt.
I might actually have to drink a little bit of water with this one since they're...
Yeah, we may have to have your mom get some more down here because I just had one of those little bottles down here is all I had.
All right.
How do you score, you know? Good grief.
I just put a question mark. I didn't know for it. That's one of me. That's gonna be one of the ones I come back to.
It's gotta be that. It's gotta be. You're right about that, pal. That is like I like this Christmas fruitcake.
I don't know what that tastes like. I've never had a fruitcake. They don't seem too appealing to me.
Yeah.
So you like fruitcake?
Yeah, if it's got the word cake on it,
You're eating it.
I probably do.
You should make a fruitcake cocktail.
Yeah, this is neat. It does have some fruity tones in there, some caramel stuff going on in there, some brown sugar going on in there.
Interesting. I already forgot what you mentioned is in here.
I like it.
Am I off or something today? It's kind of like Band-Aidy.
What?
Yeah.
Band-Aidy.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's like if you leave your Band-Aid on for too long and then you take it off and it's like your skin's kind of sweaty and then if you're me, you smell it because you're like, well, what's that like? It's like you have a cast on for so long and you're like, well, my leg's been cooped up in this cast for 3 months. We got to take a smell and see what it's like. It's kind of Band-Aidy.
I'm not sure about that one. I got a lot of sweetness. Almost some prune flavors in there for me.
That's a weird one. That's not... I stand by it. It's like... It's a little sawdusty. There is some... I can see like a nice prune or something. It's sweet. It's not dark by any means. But at the end, there's like this...
Yeah, the second and third sip, there's some
Band-Aid.
there's some oakiness rolling around in there. I get that. I guess on my first sip, I was concentrating quite a bit on that sweetness that I got right up front.
Mom, do you want to try this? There's some Band-Aid notes on the end.
I heard sour Band-Aid
Yeah.
as I was coming down.
Yeah. You want to try some?
Nope.
You sure? Okay.
Yep.
You missing out?
I'm good.
I didn't quite get the Band-Aid, honey. I don't know.
Well, that's good. What are you on? C?
C?
We're on C, babe. What's C, by the way?
Now C.
Can never get her.
Oof.
Oh, wait. What's the Band-Aid?
B.
B.
B. B for Band-Aid. I think you did that on purpose.
I did.
You tasted it and you're like, I'm getting some Band-Aid in here.
I'm going to go with the theme.
Yeah. You and your themes. That nose
Yeah, it's lovely.
makes me want to take my shirt off.
I'm glad I never say that. We never have any viewers.
Didn't you say something about a jelly and something else?
What?
Rubbing yourself with jelly or something?
Not today. I didn't say that today.
That is heavy.
Very syrupy. Very sweet.
It's
Go ahead.
It's like a baked good of some sort. It's a little like oveny. You get some like a cinnamon. Not allspice, but like like flavors that I associate with being around a bakery type situation. I do get some nice cinnamon in it though. It's rather pleasant. It's pretty hot though. Would be my only thing.
A little spicy.
And I usually don't say that a whole lot about a lot of things, but this is.
Yeah, it's a little spicy. That is good. It's got a nice little syrup note too. Right, babe? Syrup.
Syrup?
Syrup. She makes fun of me when I say syrup.
Syrup. Yeah, that's kind of a weird way to say it, but we'll give you a pass. All right, D.
Yeah, I better mark something down here. Okay.
I haven't I haven't written down any number at all yet.
That's that one's. Put your nose down there, and that one says, "Well, hello."
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
You can see it come out of the glass.
Yes, you can.
I can taste it through my nostrils.
Are you getting syrup and pancakes on this? I mean, emphasis on the pancakes on the nose.
It's weird because it's kind of candy-ish.
Yeah,
I was getting like a banana runt type
definitely
jam.
a lot of sweetness there, man.
But again, this one has like some kind of breadiness to it, like a sweet bread, monkey bread, that kind of thing, that I really enjoy.
I like it. A little toastiness in there. It's got some sweetness. Definitely very sweet. That one is definitely very sweet. Definitely some caramel, some brown sugar. There's some syrup notes in there for me. There's some almost like cookie dough.
There is just absolutely nothing that you can't say anything bad about it. There's just nothing wrong with it at all. I love it.
Pretty good. I have a feeling this one's going to be tough for us to choose.
Yeah.
Usually when we go through a flight, you and I usually don't argue too much on the bottom 2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah.
You know, because it's fairly obvious, but I don't have any fairly obvious ones yet.
Oh, I do.
Of course you do.
I do. Yep. I'm very opinionated today, you know.
Great. One of those days.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I remember those days. Now I can just tell you go home.
Yeah, you can.
I got more vanilla on the nose on this one than this last one. Almost a creme brulee note.
I already took a sip, and it kind of transfers to the palate pretty nice. Yeah.
For you? All right.
It is really like mainly vanillas that I get out of this one.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But yeah, more based on the vanillas.
Mm-hmm.
Some light caramel, some vanilla, some brulee note.
Man, I gotta go through now because I didn't write down anything.
Man, I'm. This is tough. This is going to be extremely tough. All these, of course, we know what's in the glasses. We just don't know what's in each glass specifically. And I already know when I read the list, these are all some of my favorites.
Yeah.
So I mean, how do you pick from that? I mean, how do you do that?
Well, I will tell you that A, B, and C were my least favorite.
Well, I can tell you, my first time through, B was my lowest score. And,
Well, A smells better now.
And by a 0.25. The patrons put the wood to us. You know, they're sitting there laughing hysterically.
Did you roll these?
And yes, I did.
Oh, I'm not. It doesn't seem like it.
I can see what's going to happen in the Discord with this show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of making fun on this one, poking fun, and rightfully so. Yeah, it sits in the glass a little bit more. And
so I initially didn't get a whole lot of really anything on A. I kind of just put down bitter, and I was really kind of struggling to pick out anything. Going back at it, it's still not super dense or concentrated with the flavors, but it's a nice all arounder. The only thing I would say about the back end is that it's a little bitter, kind of sour, in a kind of weird way.
I like it a lot.
I think you've said that on pretty much every single one of these.
I like it a lot, man. I can't deny it's a little sweet and sour. You got some stuff going on there, but well, I like it. So I'm gonna go to B.
So I will admit, the Band-Aid that I initially said is kind of gone now, but I still don't get a whole lot of anything. Well, it's mainly like a sweet oak and really not that much else in terms of flavors. Yeah. You don't get a caramel, a toffee, whatever you might say.
I'm with you on that sweet oak, and
yeah,
it does get a tiny bit bitter in the back end. So without tasting a whole lot more for myself, I can say I'm going to pull out B as last place. And again, still good for me anyways. I don't know about Trenton, but still a good whiskey. But I'm good with that. I mean, I can go through these 6 times and refill them and start again. You know what I mean? I got to make a decision somehow. So I'm going to go with B.
Okay.
As my quote-unquote last place. But how do you say last place in this flight?
Okay. I'm going to go back
now I'm going to move forward.
E.
Which one are you doing? E?
I'm going to go back to E. My next... I went back to A, and I do enjoy A. My next 2 would be C and E.
Okay, I I was going to C. I don't really remember. Most of these are about the same scores,
Yeah.
but C was where I was going next, so I'm going to do that. Babe, I can't blame you this time. You didn't do this. You didn't put this together. You just poured them. And you made me stay in the office so I couldn't see.
You're on what, C?
I don't know what to do. C's good. I went back to C thinking it was one of the, might be the next one to kick out. It's vibrant. It's got some sweet notes in there for sure. It's great. It's great stuff. E. No, that's the vanilla one. I liked it, dude. I liked it.
For me, C is a little like it's proofy enough that it kind of drowns out some of the other flavors. As opposed to like E is really nice. It's kind of subtle. You get some really nice bakery type things. Same with A, but A is a little bit more sour, a little bit more like of a traditional type.
Right.
Type bourbon.
Sure.
D, I would just pour for breakfast. I don't
Pancakes and syrup.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't,
that's
I
all
don't
the good
drink
stuff.
during the day.
I get it.
It honestly reminds me somewhat of Woodford Double Oak, but on like steroids to a degree. Because it's so flavorful. And C is this C? Yeah, C is good, but it's compared to the other two, that the proof or the mash bill or whatever in this just kind of drowns out the other flavors that are more apparent in A, D, and E.
Is it bad I wasn't listening to a whole lot of that?
Yeah,
I'm in my
you were
own-
so enthralled with.
I'm in my own world, just wallowing in my indecision.
I would say I know my fourth place.
Go ahead. What is it?
You ready?
Yeah.
C would be my fourth place.
Yeah.
Just not.
I'm okay with that.
It's not.
Honestly,
It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
as good in my opinion compared to the others.
I'm with you 100% here with D. I can have it for breakfast.
Yeah.
I really like this the first sip through, and I really like this one the first sip through. So I can go with that. I don't have a problem with that. This would definitely not be in my top two, so I'll take that out as well.
Do you know what's in your top two? Because I don't.
Oh, heavens no. I just know this one wouldn't be. That's all. That's all I know.
This might be our longest video, so if you're still watching, bear with us. Because
We're trying.
I'm at a
We're
loss,
trying.
honestly. All right, I'm just gonna start from A again.
Yeah,
And see
I might.
see what's going
How
on.
much water you got over there, bro?
Like half a glass. Do you need some more?
Yeah, I might need a little bit of sippy.
A little sippy? Is that what you just said?
That's what I said.
This isn't a kid's channel. What are you talking about? You a sippy cup? I'm gonna get you a sippy cup for the next video.
You should. That's the next stage in my elder years. Sippy cup.
Pampers too. The Depends.
Shane, don't go there. Don't go there.
It just smells so good.
Where you at? Which?
I'm on A again.
Are you? Okay,
Yeah,
I
I'm
picked
just
up
starting.
A. I
I'm
didn't
just
even know
starting
you
from the
picked up.
beginning.
It's lovely. I don't know what to do.
Okay, let's go back to D.
Yeah. All right. I know what I got to do. I didn't taste D again because I know that's
You didn't taste what?
D.
Oh, okay. I just
I
tasted
tasted A and E because in my mind that's where I'm going next to eliminate.
E. That would be mine.
Yeah. Yep. I went with A and E. Now, let's see if I change my mind, but this is hard. Are you going to put all this up on the screen for everybody to watch?
I will. I did it last time.
You did. You did a great job.
Yeah,
Everybody loved it too. I even had some messages on Facebook and Instagram, you know, with hands clapping and hands raised for Trenton doing it.
I tried to add it as late in the tasting as possible so that when you were watching it in the morning, you were like, oh, he forgot it again. But I put it in there where my sticky note idea worked.
Boy, it is hard to go wrong with A, my brother. Mm-mm-mm.
It's so quiet in here, you could probably hear my stomach growling and doing all this other stuff.
A lot of higher proof stuff, so that's why I'm sipping a little bit more water. I want to make sure my palate's good to get to the next glass.
Okay, well, in my opinion,
Yep, go ahead, buddy.
D is really, really good.
I'm surprised.
It drinks pretty low in the proof. This drink's a little bit higher in my opinion. And with that comes like some tannin-y. I think the oak, because of the proof, is a little bit more prominent in the sip.
Sure. I understand where you come
Dude,
from.
this is like an actual coin flip.
Well, I already told the folks out there which one I'm going to pick.
You did?
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but hand gestured.
All right, give me one. I'm going to try D again, and then I'm going to make my choice. So
All right, bud. All right. I'm waiting on you because I'm the one that showed everybody which one I'm picking. So, although both of these two are great, Trent is right. This one's, obviously a little bit lower proof, I think, but the sweetness is wonderful. Toastiness. It's got a lot of great stuff going on to it. Both of them are great.
Okay, hold on.
This is one of those flights, Trent, that we could do over and over again and get a different winner every time. I'm convinced of it.
All right. I would take out D for my second place.
Are you kidding? I didn't see that coming. I didn't see it coming.
I would have to assume that this is the 1910, just because it's the lowest proof from what I can tell of the bunch.
Sure.
And I love it.
Great sweetness.
But in terms
Great
of
bottle.
where my palate lies and what I drink daily, which is usually above 105 proof or whatever,
yeah,
this drink's like real good right now.
Yeah, and I hand gestured and everything else. My pick is also A.
Okay.
But however, as you know, Trenton, I enjoy sipping 90 to 100. And when I'm into bourbon and barrel picks and things like that, about 110, 115. If you get into 120, 130, it's good stuff and everything, but my wheelhouse is 110, 115. But I still enjoy that 90-some proof.
This was drinking like straight gasoline, C was, so I'm interested. I have a feeling. But this was hot today.
But at any rate, this one, for the whole video, to me, the whole tasting seemed to be the one I would choose.
Yeah.
So, and as you know, I did this several times for everybody to hear. So, A is also my winner. I'm surprised. I really thought you were going to go with that one. All right, honey.
As you know, I always sort of have an idea in my mind of what might have been picked.
Yeah.
So I wrote down what I thought each one was.
Oh, of course.
I just can't help it.
Of course, I didn't whatsoever. Other than the lowest proof one, probably is the 1910. That's I don't do that because I
can't help it.
I just can't get my mind into that. I want to try to pick my favorite on my palate at this moment.
Well, that's what I was doing.
Yeah,
but I was like,
I
this
know.
tastes like this.
Okay.
My fifth place was, I call it a Band-Aid. I don't know what you called it.
That was B.
This is your
I
lowest.
liked them all, bro. This is wonderful.
B for Band-Aid. I guessed that it was 1792.
Okay, fourth place, which was C.
Fifth place.
Do you want to tell?
Is it
Do you want
fifth
to
place?
tell us?
Fifth place.
1792 was fifth place.
No, he just did what he thought on fifth place.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I have no idea
I
what
know.
it is.
I was asking him what fourth place was for him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm going to tell you now.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought fourth place was Jack Daniel's single barrel.
Third?
I thought third place was Old Forester 1920.
Okay.
Really?
I thought second place was 1910. And I thought first place was Rare Breed.
Really?
I did.
Okay.
He came close. I mean, he
Got some in there? You're
did
pretty good?
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so fifth place, Trenton said was 1792. It was
Yes.
actually Old Forester 1920.
I said that tasted like a Band-Aid?
You are excommunicated from the channel, sir.
What? You
That's
didn't
when you
get
said-
it either.
Hey, I pulled it out, and I get it. This is a wonderful flight, but
You're
I'm
joking.
I did not say. I had never gotten any Band-Aid note. Which one is that again?
B was
B? 1920?
B was 1920. Yes.
Yikers. All right. Well,
Horrible. That just makes me feel so bad.
okay, so then it has to
Unbelievable.
be flipped with the 1792.
Well, whatever. I mean, like I said, this flight was incredible. I'm sorry, honey. It's
Yeah.
this is just I know this whole list is gonna be mind blowing. Go ahead.
Fourth place, which was C,
Yeah.
was Jack Daniels.
Still surprising. Done very well in a lot of lines for us. This is just. Go ahead, honey.
Third place, Trenton thought was 1920, and it is 1792.
That's done very well in our tournament,
It has.
and it's an enjoyable bottle without question.
For
Really,
it,
really good.
For it to do better than 1920, which, don't get me wrong, I like.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised I got a Band-Aid from it today.
I'm amazed by that.
I had avocado toast, that could have something to do with. I don't know.
I didn't get any Band-Aid stuff, but it is in my last place too. It was my last place for this flight.
Second
babe.
place, which was D,
That has to be that. If that's okay.
Unbelievable.
you are correct.
Well, hey,
Well,
look at that.
why are you hitting me in the shoulder?
Rare breed. You're
you
number
know-
one. You're
Which is what
baby.
shocked me because Trenton's not a wild turkey fan.
I'm not.
Obviously, Kurt is.
Nope, I'm not. That was A.
I was surprised.
I was really into 8 tonight, and I had a feeling it was rare breed. I promise you, I'd never pick on what I think would be my favorites. I was just really into that glass tonight. So it's a great bottle. It's an exceptional bottle. I am shocked that he picked it as his first.
I don't
Because
want to say
wild
I'm-
turkey isn't his real. It's not. You don't dislike wild turkey.
No, not at all.
But you wouldn't rank it as one of your top distilleries.
No. We review a lot of stuff on here, and we're fortunate
Much.
enough to be able to do so.
Yes, very thankful.
And usually, like not even rare breed, wild turkey at home is never something that I usually drink unless, like, for our Discord, we have wild turkey Tuesday or Thursday or something.
Yeah.
So I'll pull out the 12 year and stuff, or just a 101 every now and then. I have a rare breed that I bought 3 years ago that I have never. I actually might have purchased 1 or 2 more bottles, but I do not go through it as much as you, by any means.
Bro, I don't even know how many bottles I have. I love this on a block of ice. Love it. That's how I usually drink it. I don't know why. That one just hits me right when I'm drinking it on a block of ice. But for me today, Trenton, this just breaks my heart right here. It just does. However, we had an opportunity to taste some amazing whiskeys in the $50 to $60 category. Thank you to all of our patrons for a wonderful flight.
Do we want to thank them? This was tough. This was
Maybe
tough.
not. We'll be getting a lot of raspberries in the Discord. That's for sure.
I like
promise
raspberries.
you that. So
So what's next? We got 60 to 80 for
Yeah.
our next one. We're skipping a little bit.
Trenton had a good point here. It's just so hard to keep going in $10 increments. So the next one's going to be 60 to 80, 80 to 100, and then over 100, and then we're done.
And then we have the live stream at the end of September.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I'm not sure the format that we're going to go with for that tasting for the live show,
We have the allocated
we'll figure
one
it
too,
out.
though.
and we have the allocated video to do.
How many more Fridays? This is the first Friday of September. So we have 3 more videos we can do
Yeah,
for Friday. All right, cool. Yeah, we got a plan. We just made it.
Yeah.
This is how we do things.
This
We
is how
just
we
make
roll.
plans on the fly.
this is so much fun too. It really is. So
So I will say I have a very, I don't know if it's a good idea, but if you want to, it's going to be a good video. Monday, we have a really good video. It's my idea. It involves a CO2 cartridge. So
Oh,
if
no.
you want to check that out, it's going to be a good video. You should do it. I'm looking forward to reading your comments about what you think.
I'm into it.
This was an idea that I had. I actually woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, I'm going to do this. So
I have no idea what he's talking about.
no, he does not.
No, 0.
It's dangerous. All right.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yep. Yeah, we're closing the video.
Right.
You didn't pick up on that cue? Come on.
That's all we got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. Boy, we appreciate all of you. This was so much fun, and honest to goodness, all of these are fantastic. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and I in a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.